Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Robin. Good morning. I mean, it never ends. All right. Oof. Hey, Cass. All right. We are talking about fibromyalgia this morning. Good morning, Syrian. How are you? Nice to see you. A new face, I feel like. Syrian cuisine. That sounds delicious. You know, I spent a year in Saudi Arabia cooking, and Middle Eastern is probably in my top 3 favorite cuisines ever. Hey, Cass. Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Yay. All right, so this morning we're talking about fibromyalgia. And I've got, I don't even know, a ton of notes, but I have a few things I'm going to run around and get throughout the morning because obviously I finished last night and I had to get a few things set up. But I was doing a lot of research over the past week after we decided to do this as, hold on, I want to get some ice, that we decided to do this when we were, when we started talking about this, and I found it quite interesting because there was a lot of stuff I didn't know. Like, I understood the food more, and I wanted to go over a few things that I thought were very interesting. And then when you get this whole packet, you'll you know, kind of dig through it and see. So one of the things that I thought was very interesting about fibromyalgia is that it doesn't really have sort of like a test that you get. They give you tests to rule out everything else, and then when there's nothing else left to say, they go, oh, you have fibromyalgia. So chronic condition that's characterized by widespread pain, persistent fatigue, sleep disturbances, and some, like they call it fibrofog. So what I thought was very interesting about that is it feels like it's drawn, and some of the things that they also talked about was in the research that I looked at was pain, but there's also an emotional component to fibromyalgia, and which I think kind of made people in the beginning trying to diagnose this sort of syndrome was, good morning, Ruby, is that they felt that there's some sort of an emotional trauma component to this, which makes a lot of sense, because if you do any work on food and healing, what you notice is, like, people say, oh, my back hurts, my back hurts, my back hurts. And then they go and they release that back through, like, whatever, energy healing or chiropractic care or specific energy healing. And all of a sudden, all of that pain is released. And I wonder, and my thoughts are that some part of fibromyalgia could possibly be, trauma from being young. And once you sort of release that, some more of the healing begins. Now, remember, I'm not a doctor. I've just been studying food and healing, and my experience with people coming into our shop, talking about the things that are happening to them, it sort of makes a lot of sense. Bridge, it could be. So when you get the package, there's like there's about 18 pages of information. So some of the things that I think don't make a lot of sense, and what I notice is there's, how do we handle allopathic medicine? Actually, regular MDs, conventional medicine, they throw medication at at symptoms. How do you get to the core? How do you get to the bottom of the layers of what's going on? And I think a lot has to do with, I don't know, for me, the first thing I think of is energy healing. Thanks for my hearts. Thank you guys. Thank you. So energy healing is going to release some of that. Pharmacological approaches, a lot of FDA drugs. I don't know. I never feel like that's the best route. It might be a good route to go so that you can get up, feel a little bit better to go and do, hi Rose, lamb chop, thank you for my roses. Might be a way, like a thing to get you up and moving so that you can begin to heal, right? Those kinds of things might be really good. I'm just drinking water. And of course, I'm not telling anybody not to take medicine at all. You got to follow what your doctor says, but it might be a good thing so that you can get up and start to heal. Because if you're just laying in bed and you can't walk, you can't get to a doctor, you know what I mean? You got to start somewhere. So let's start and peel back layers. So pharmacological conventional medicine is giving you medicine to sort of find a way to heal symptoms. And I don't know. Now let's look at symptoms. Structured exercise, a little bit of walking, a little bit of swimming, stretching, those very simple, small things. Little things like this, little tiny things can probably get your body moving again. Collaboration among physicians, nutritionists, therapists, pharmacists. It's individualized patient-centered management. So, there's a lot of sort of co-branches trying to work together. And I think the hardest piece is the food being the medicine, right? Let food be the remedy. So I want to jump to that, and I definitely am going to touch a little bit on supplements this morning because I think they play a very important role in fibromyalgia healing. So first things first, anti-inflammatory foods, right? Fruits, dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, oils, fish. Good morning, Heather. Very important. And gut health, very important. Now, I think I cannot do fermented foods. For whatever reason, they don't work in my body. I'm very not interested. My research in fibromyalgia shows a lot, like fermented foods are important. However, fiber rich also. Now, some things that I also saw that were very interesting and caused me to think, there is some sort of, thank you, Ginger. They're hickory. They are, good morning. I hope you're having an amazing day from Jersey. Good morning, you too. What does that say? M Dicostazini. I'm going to call you M. Good morning. We're talking about fibromyalgia this morning, and we're going to jump almost really quickly to food. So I'm just going over right now some of the kitchen, pharmacy, and natural remedies, right? Food, mind, body, movement. We talk about yoga, Tai Chi, very gentle, very deep breathing. If you're not getting out of bed, if you can just breathe really deeply, those things are very helpful. Very, very helpful. Can you make a healthy breakfast? Yes, Jessica, we're going to do that this morning. When I do my kitchen pharmacy, there's a lot of yapping in the beginning, sort of get you ready, and then we talk about breakfast, lunch, dinners, and we're going to make a couple of those. Like this morning, I'm going to make a turmeric quinoa porridge. That's very healing. And I'm going to have to drag you guys around and grab some ingredients because I got on live late this morning and I wanted to connect with you guys. So we're going to run around and shop in the pantry. So yoga, meditation, massage, exercise, acupuncture, stress management. So I also like to add in the information about the medical medium, right? I'm gonna get some ingredients while we're talking. The medical medium talks a lot about, and again, he is on the fringe, but his information makes a buttload of sense to me. Good morning, John. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Sunflower. Healthy pancakes and waffles, stuff like that. Well, Jessica, yes, my background is food and healing, organic, clean food. So I do a lot of that. So we are gonna get to that. I just don't know if I'm definitely not gonna get to pancakes and waffles this morning because they don't really align well with fibromyalgia. However, they do align well with, food and healing when we speak of, clean organic ingredients. All right, medical medium. He talks about neurotoxins released by advanced Epstein-Barr virus. This guy, and I think he's kind of on track, but nobody else does. But he believes that so many things are at the core is Epstein-Barr. So it doesn't cost, if you have insurance thank you for my heart, June. If you're getting all kinds of panels of information, rheumatoid arthritis, ask your doctor to get an Epstein-Barr test. You'll see numbers and it's very interesting. Green Med Info regards it as idiopathic syndrome, so things that you cannot put in a box. So it looks more towards diet and yoga and nutritional therapy really talk about that. Barbara O'Neill, who is an amazing practitioner, she has a lot of people faking, using her and doing fake stuff. So go to her actual website and then dig deep in hers. She speaks of a result of chronic stress, toxicity, and nutritional deficiency. And those things are I know, me too, Bridge, are very, very, me too. Our daughters love them so much. Yes, Em. And I think she hits the nail right on the head. Fibromyalgia is a result of chronic stress, toxicity, and nutritional deficiency. And those things paired with Epstein-Barr, which is stress triggered as well. And so many people have that. When you have that advanced, I think it really makes a big difference. So let's talk about supplements really quickly. Magnesium is the #1 widely recommended supplement. The 3 forms are malate, which is a bioavailable form for fibromyalgia, supports energy production and muscle health. Magnesium glycinate, which is easily absorbed, very calming. And it has less of a laxative effect, and it's shown to help manage the chronic pain. And then magnesium glycinate, it's easily absorbed, calming, and it's preferred for muscle relaxation, stress relief, insomnia, anxiety. Those 3. Vitamin D, omega-3, melatonin for sleep, although I don't promote melatonin as my first thing for sleep because it affects neurotransmitters. So I know, me too. Acetyl L-carnitine, it could reduce some pain and mood cognition. Coenzyme Q10, cellular energy. Chlorella, which is a green algae. Vitamins, especially B vitamins, especially B12. And there's a couple of others, but those would be my top ones. All right, let's get right to food. Herbs and spices, turmeric and ginger, really important. Hey, Patricia, thanks for my heart. Thanks, drinking water. Berries, citrus, and dark greens. A lot of raw. A lot of good raw. And I think I was looking through the cleanse book, the Sacred Reset cleanse book that I released a couple of weeks back, and that gallbladder liver cleanse would probably be my first go-to for fibromyalgia. The sticker's covering my face. Thanks. Let me move it. Silly sticker. I'm gonna mirror you guys, and that should do it. How's that better? All right. So key differences in food recommendation: plant-based and raw diets, functional foods and juices like celery juice, barley green. That's more good. All right. That's more for like what's his name talks a lot about that, the celery juice, which is great. Hey P. Jeffries. Fermented food, the medical medium. Probiotic, very high priority on fermented vegetables, miso, all of that. Although miso, the soy, you got to be careful if you do have Epstein-Barr. You don't want to get that going. You know, you don't want to make that more inflammatory to the body for your thyroid. Okay, herbs and spices, herbal medicine, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon. Focus on natural detoxification. That's where the gallbladder liver cleanse comes in. I have a little comparison chart in here for the food for you guys that you can look at. And now to the food. I wanted to jump through this really quick because I know you guys like the cooking piece. All right, berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, antioxidants. So right away, we go right to that like chia seed pudding. We've done that a few times. I don't know if you need to see it again. I might take you inside, but I might put a wall up because my pantry's all over the place. Dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, chard, cruciferous vegetables. Now, there is a component, and I don't know, for you, those of you who have IBS, those of you who have fibromyalgia, because there's a high stress, love the pumpkin chia, that was good, did you make it? Because there's a high stress component to fibromyalgia, there is a group of fibromyalgia that actually are experiencing like IBS, Crohn's. So there is sort of a weave to that. Now, if there is, you got to be careful and go slow with cruciferous vegetables because remember, they're going to churn up and give you fiber. So you kind of have to mix and match. Now, here's where I talk to people, and we don't expect your pantry to be perfect. Thank you, because I'm dragging you in there today anyway. So there is a caveat to that. And sort of when people have fibromyalgia, this is where I'm going to do a little bit of infusing things that I offer that cost money. And there are two things that I offer for fibromyalgia people who are suffering. Hi, Phoebes. One is I think you should get the cleanse book and really focus on the cleanse, the juice cleansing and the liver gallbladder cleanse. It's a 240-page ebook. I think it's like $19. The other thing is if you are having trouble and you really need help with food, is to book an appointment with me where I can create a specific diet for you and sort of take you on that journey so that we kind of encompass all the things that are going on with you, blood type infused in that, and write specific recipes for you. Hey chef. Hey Rob, how's it going this morning? Good morning, sunshine. You're an early riser like me. Late at night, early riser. We don't get much sleep, do we? So those are the two things that I think would benefit people with fibromyalgia really well. Now, you don't have to. I'm going to give you food. When you download this from the recipe vault, you will, you'll have all this information and you can dig through it yourself. But if you need me, I'm here for you. So Best foods, berries, the dark leafy root vegetables, okay. Functional juices, we're also talking about whole grains, brown rice, oats, quinoa. Gluten-free sprouted grains if you're sensitive. Rice, millet, buckwheat, amaranth. Proteins, lean proteins, fatty fish. We're always doing the fatty fish, salmon. And then healthy fats, same. You know, I talk about this a lot. Thank you, Mystico. You're welcome. I did my homework on the keto diet. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Gina, what's going on? I'm shouting out Gina right now. If you guys want to giggle, if you need some giggling, you have to follow Gina because her whole feed is just funny shit. It's really funny. So with the healthy fats, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, fatty fish, coconut oil, milk, the flakes, all of it. I was right. I don't want to be right. I want you to be healthy and feel good. Yeah, I it's great. Gina, good morning, Sister Phoebes. So I think, you're welcome, Gina. I mean, so fun. She's so funny. We're talking about fibromyalgia. So for you guys that have a lot of stress and you're thinking you have fibromyalgia, follow her. You'll laugh a lot. It's kind of funny, but I go down the rabbit hole when I find your stuff, and then I lose 20 minutes of my time just watching your stuff cracking up. It would have most likely made you sick. That's interesting, Mystical. So, maybe we book a time together, and so, yes, laughing, very healing, is very, it might be worth it for us to sit down and really go through what's best for you, And yeah, keto, again, this is my food philosophy. That's stress management, not time wasting. That is true, Heather. So this might be a moment for you guys. My next ebook that comes out is going to be my food philosophy. And just to give you a quick balance of that, and those of you who have been here a long time with me this past year have heard me say it a bunch of times, but I'll say it again, and then we're going to cook a little. For me, what is your ancestral background? Are you Italian? Are you Jewish? Are you Syrian? Are you Middle Eastern? Are you African? Where did your tribe come from? And then what did you grow up with? For 20 years, they thought I had fibro, but it's been lupus the whole time. Lauren, I mean, they all are just all in there, right? All sort of rolling and going. And, I am just exploring and digging deep these days into all of the autoimmune because I find them very prevalent today. So it's very interesting. So I talk about they're both hand in hand. Yeah, lupus, fibro, rheumatoid arthritis, they all sort of kind of blend. Good morning, Ruthie. So I talk like that. I say, I like that. Where does your tribe come from, right? Where are we all from? Where's our background? Where does that ethnic rise from? What did our grandmas and aunties cook? Where do we get our comfort food from? Now take that comfort food, clean it up, make it organic, make it clean, whole foods. Then look at, yes, but we can get you back on track. You know it. You have the tools. I have the tools. We get you back on track. Then you take it and you say, what is my blood type? Where do I go from here? And then we clean it up. We take the blood type, you do, food combining. We look at expansive and contractive, get us balanced within that criteria. And that is where your body thrives. Now, it could mean that a little bit of keto works for you. It could mean that you are more, Kiss, thanks for the follow. Hi, April. You know what I mean? So that you don't know what diet's gonna work till you have the core of what I just spoke of. And that is how you truly find where you fit in the world of food. That's where you find it. So I'm gonna drag you inside today. We're gonna make some food, best foods for fibromyalgia. So next week we'll do lupus. Let's go down the rabbit hole of all the autoimmune specific. Oh, I can't do that next week. Next week's kitchen pharmacy is men's health. So in October we'll talk about lupus. We'll add that. Thank you for your heart, Ruthie, and your fan club. You're gonna love being here. It's a good place. Today is all kitchen pharmacy, and we always talk about something that works with food and healing. So the food protein is conventional, the holistic plant proteins, lentils, beans, tofu, tempeh, wild caught fish, healthy fats. Now fermented and, excuse me, I got a yawn in there. I have some information for you on that. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna connect. Today I'm gonna reach out. Hold on, I'm putting it on my list of things, and let's make a plan to chat. I'm writing connect with Lauren. I got you. All right. And then fermented foods, like I said, for me they don't work, but for others they work. Sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt falls under that plan. And then conventional dairy alternatives. I mean, I love dairy. I can't live without some cheeses. Thank you for all those gifts, June. I eat all that. Yeah. But I think when you're dealing with this, I would tighten it a little bit. Pick one or two that you can't live without, that are clean, organic. Try that way. Plant-based milks, kefir. I've showed you guys my favorites. We're gonna work with them today. Foods to avoid, we all know it, right? Processed foods, refined sugars, MSG, chemical additives, excess caffeine, high-fat dairy, if it's inflammatory to your body. Gluten and/or nightshades. Here we go. If you guys, I talk about taking the pith off of the pepper, but honestly, if you are in the throes of chronic lupus or fibromyalgia, you have got to take the nightshades out of your body and your diet for a while, just for 3 months. No MSG. MSG is a neurotoxin. And if you are dealing with autoimmune or anything, you should not be eating neurotoxins. So, MSG. It is not good. I'd rather see you use a mineral-based salt than a neurotoxin like MSG. Do the research. Go down that rabbit hole. It's not good. And it's in our pantry makeover too. Even the dogs agree. Yeah, they're having a fun time. So, and then gluten and the nightshades. The nightshades are, my homework for today. Tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, eggplant. I would remove them. Take them out for a week, add one by one. If you don't feel the joint pain, you can leave them in, but I would leave them out for a while. It's called, there's something, it's something with an S, I forget. Did I write it down? I forget. All right, berry chia pudding. Let's go grab some ingredients. We need quinoa, we need chia, and then the rest is all gonna be fruit and vegetables. Oh, and we need my juicer. What do you think of pink Himalayan sea salt with iodine added? I want to do a little research. Oh, no eggplant. I love eggplant. But you might be able to do it. But I would take it out just for a little while. Take it out for my daughter's a character. We sent her an update. I'm so sorry. I just got on my bat phone. I just got a thing. So, and she wrote back this whole ChatGPT answer. No hello today. She's in trouble. Elimination diets are good too. Yeah. Lauren, I don't have the patience personally for elimination diets. I would rather pay money for the food sensitivity test and take it out that way and then add one by one. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to elimination, so I like to pay for the food sensitivity test if you can do it. Sometimes your regular doctor will do the IgG. So the IgE is anaphylaxis, hives, itchy throat, all of that. But the IgG, it's horrendous, Robin. We'll talk about that another time. But the IgG is the one that talks about food sensitivities, and that is eye-opening because you might think, oh, I have no food sensitivities, and then something's affecting you. Good morning, Mary. And it's like Connecticut soap and candles. It's so nice to see you, Julia. So anyway, forgot it. Good morning, how are you? Good morning, Mary. Doctors don't believe in food sensitivities because they're taught to medicate, not to heal. It's that simple, right? So, the politics of food. All right, I'm going to take you guys inside the inner sanctum of my mess. You're not going to get to see a lot because I'm going to distract you. But here's all of my containers. So we need our quinoa. I think we're using hemp today. That's Damasio. This is my hemp. What else did I say we needed? We needed something else. No money in the cure. Exactly, Lori. That's actually a good way to put it. We're going to take our monk fruit just in case. Let me grab these and then we'll come back. You're going to see my mess. All right. Put you back here. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, we need chia. I couldn't hold it. All right, hold on. Let's go get chia. Do you want to sit here? Or you want to come with me? Chia seed. All right, hold on. Let me just take you off this stupid thing. It's easier for me to put you in my pocket. All right, we need chia. And I think that's really it. Where's my chia? Chia. I don't know if I have any more chia. Do I? No, I must have chia. I never don't have chia. Oh, no, that's spirulina. Let's see. Do you guys see chia? And, oh, it's right here. Perfect. All right, we got it. I think that's all we need today. I'm here. Tyler, what's up? Good morning. All right. We are well on our way. All right, now I can't bring you... I think we need the juicer today, so let me go grab that because I can't. How do you feel about basil seed? I really don't know too much about it. Like a basil seed oil. Love your kitchen and pantry. Lord, my pantry's a mess. I've been pulling stuff out, but yeah, it's great. I love my pantry too, actually. I'm very blessed to have that giant pantry, honestly. Although it's one of those things that's like, a love-hate, right? Because it just collects a lot of crap and like takes me over. Like the chia seed, and they say it's very high in fiber. I don't know a lot about it. It must be new on the scene, or maybe it's just like an unsung hero. I don't know too much. I know, me too. But if it works for you and you try it and you get some relief, I think it's great. I bought an organic bag. Try it and see what happens. Does it work the same way as chia? It might be great. We also have the white chia today. Let me see if I have that. All right, let me go grab my juicer, and then we're gonna start cooking. I love the cutting board back there. Oh, June, you're almost gonna be able to get one if you want it. Here, you want a commercial break real fast? The cutting boards. We had a little issue with finding the same size that I was promoting. So we have this one, and look. This is the logo, Let Food Be Thy Remedy. I love that. And then you can do the back. My sister loves the seed trilogy. Let me think. Is it hemp, chia, and flax? By Zen Basil. Oh, that's a good company. Yeah, it's really pretty, right, Fancy? One day you guys will be able to get it if you want it. We're still working on it. Yeah. Is that the trilogy? Did I get it right? Where is that? I missed it. Where are you guys? It's a seed like chia. Okay, let me go grab my juicer. The board, thank you. That board, it's got that, the Australian wood. All right, hold on, let me grab my juicer. It takes a minute. I have the Breville juicer, and then we'll have, hi buddy. Hi. Good morning, puppy. What's going on? You didn't eat yet, did you? You guys want to eat? I have to feed you. All right. Yes, I got it. Yeah, I love those, and I have them all in my pantry at all times. They're the best, right? Good for you. I was eating soup last night at like 10 o'clock last night. Too much. Okay, now, next thing, apparently basil seed reduces GI inflammation because it has mucilage, that jelly like chia. I burned up my Breville juicer with a beet. Oh, really, Lori? That's interesting. Did you cut it or did you put like a whole beet in there? You know, if you cut it in small pieces, we're going to be using the Breville juicer today with beets. So we'll see. I have to read up on it. All I know is high fiber. I will try it this week. All right, you guys are awesome. Okay, hi, buddy. Uh-oh, I got to feed the pup. Hold on. They're like staring at me like, we get that you want to do fun stuff and talk to everybody. He's a big monster right behind me. Can you guys see him? Pacing back and forth. A rare thing to see. I didn't cut it small enough, I guess. Maybe it could have been that. Yep, I'll feed you right now, honey. Maybe that's why. I've never experienced that, but we'll find. Now I'm gonna cut the beet nice and small so that it doesn't break. Hey, how did you get that biscuit? You're so bad. I have one little doggy. He's like the little fat boy. I think he has an eating disorder. He like went and got a biscuit because I'm taking too long to feed him. Hold on, I just wanna, can you see him, Robin? Right now he's sitting right next to me, like will not get on camera. It's so funny. Well, you said they weren't fed yet. I know, right? They were like looking for food. Loki, where are you? The little fat boy though, he's just so bad. He's so bad. All right. Hi, you wanna say hi to everybody? Because you're disrupting our class? This is the little fat boy. He likes to eat everything. Look, oh, you got some food. This is Thor, everybody. I don't know, I can't find Loki. I don't know where he is. He's probably still sleeping. He sleeps a lot, that one. He's a sleeper. All right, so here's our dog food regimen today. I know it's so cute. Were you born in 1961? Hello, world. I was born in I was born a few years after that. I'm like the end of the boomer. I turned 61 this summer. Were you born in 1961? All right, you're gonna eat. Hang tight. I'll calm down. I know. How can you be that hungry? How can you be that hungry? Sorry, guys, I have to feed our little doggies. They come first. Yes. Yes. All right, here you go. There you go. I gotta leave Loki's food up here because they, yes, animals come first. I love that. Oh yeah. All right, everybody's happy. They got food. All right, one more thing, water. Loki, where are you? Loki, want to eat? Come on, buddy. Come on, Loki. All right, he's not coming yet. He's still sleeping. He does not. Loki. Huh. No Loki. He's still sleeping. We'll leave his food for when he comes down. Okay, so let's talk about, I want to make a little porridge. Sorry, I had to take a quick conference call. That's all right, Cass. I've been feeding the dogs, so you missed nothing. You missed absolutely nothing. You're all good. And I have to make my breakfast this morning, my mushroom coffee. Hello. All right, here we go. And now we're gonna make some porridge too. So I like this breakfast porridge. We feed our furry kids all provide gently cooked, and they love it. You know, Danya, I used to make all the dogs food, and I couldn't do it anymore. I'm a boomer. We're all boomers. I think most of us are boomers here, although we do get some 30 to 35 year olds too, which I love. Anyway, so I forgot what I was saying. Hold on, I'm doing 8 things at once. I'm in time for breakfast. You are in time for breakfast. All right, Gen X, I love that. Boomers, like from left for no, non-boomer. Yeah, you're not a boomer. Hope I'm an X. Making dog food. Okay, who made the dog food? So I used to make dog food for my dogs. We tried to and was too hard. We are 61 and 57. Yeah, you're an older Gen Z. I love that we have everybody here. That's kind of great. In the beginning, I would see that I was only getting like 55 and older, but now that you guys are here, I love the younger than me group. I drank it from the garden hose, you know. I drank from the garden hose too, for sure. 1974, I don't know who I am. Lola, you are you. The only reason why I know is because my daughter tells me all the time. Circle of life. Okay, so dog food. And then I was doing raw food because, you know, I'm a chef in a health food store, and we have a lot of great foods, but they were gaining so much weight with the raw food. I don't know why. I think because we were doing, I don't know. I honestly don't know. The food was really good, but we were doing it wrong. And then I finally said, forget it. And we got Farmer's Dog, and our big boy lost like 15 pounds, and he looks so good now. And the little ones, they don't care. They just like to eat. But we have the runt of the litter. We have 2 of the Pomeranians, 2 like the one you just saw, and and the little runt is having a hard time eating lately. But I'm so bad. I'm the mama that says, you get what you get and you don't get upset. Eat your dog food. When he's hungry enough, he eats. He's not dying. He hasn't lost weight. He's fine. All right. So now I'm going to add a little bit of, how old are the Pomeranians? They are, I think, 3. I think they're about 3 now. I don't know. I can't pay attention. But I love them. But they are, I don't know if you have little dogs, but, you know, everything's a wee pad. It drives me insane. We walk them 6 times a day, and they still come inside. I cannot take that. One day I might give them away. Are you from New York or New Jersey? What do you think? Hello, world. I'm a New Yorker. We bought the fresh one in a long. It made my fur babies throw up all the time. Oh, really? Which one? The Farmer's Dog? Hi, Norma. Hey, what are you doing? Your bowl's empty. Go run around. Okay, now we're gonna let me just make my coffee, and then we're back to cooking. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Okay, this is my mushroom coffee. I have to tell you, I love New Yorkers. We're pretty real. I'm almost sure. Sometimes you need to take time switching animals' food. Yeah, sometimes. Right now they're doing great. Where do you even find the time for 6 walks? Well, my husband too. Our walks are go outside, walk around the yard, come back inside. I have tiny eyes, but they can't hold much fluid and constantly want to go. Yeah, thank you. I know, it so sucks. I always say coffee is the drink of the gods. So it is. I used to drink Rise. I still drink Rise. Why don't you drink it anymore? So I drink Rise with collagen, and I put a little of the Laird superfood creamer in it, and it's fabulous. I'm happy to be able to be in the kitchen pharmacy. I'm on vacation and could catch it. Lisa, all right, let me make it worthwhile. It's a good class. I know you guys. I wonder if we could set this up as a replay at night. Can we do that? Do they let you do that? You overdid it. Are you an all or nothing, Phoebes? Because I used to be. It's the work in progress. Yeah, I know. I get it. Me too. I try not to. I kind of slowed this down. All right, so let me see. What do I have in here? I think this might be a little too much for me to make a big porridge, but we'll make it anyway. So in here is about, let me measure it. When you're cooking grains, I've been cooking grains for years. I am not an eyeball grain maker. I like to measure. Yeah, I'm only gonna do a half a cup because this is gonna be a lot and I have a lot of food inside. So we're gonna do a half a cup, and when you do the half a cup, it's always double water. That's where we go. Himalaya salt with iodine. I don't know how I feel about that, Lauren. I just remembered you asked me. I don't think I need iodine, so I don't know why I would do that, but Beth, if I'm doing a whole kitchen pharmacy on food for our little spectrum friends that, they have sensory or can't eat stuff. Hi from New Zealand. So you might try and take the day off next week, in 2 weeks, the 17th. We're doing that. Okay, so I put a little bit. Hi, baby. You're not getting any more food. You got enough. Go away. Go away. Go away. You can stay here, but you got to leave me alone. It's like, come on, I want more food. Please, do you know mushroom coffee has blood in the... What? Wait, I don't understand what you're saying. The mushroom coffee has blood in it, the right. You eyeball that half cup. Shh. I got it right. We're gonna see when I cook it. All right, so for the, let me see, where's my chia? Let me get my recipe so I get it right. We're gonna do the golden turmeric. So we have a half a cup of quinoa. We're gonna do a cup of coconut milk, and I love. There's two coconut milks. There's two milks I love right now. They're my favorites. One. Hi, Loki. You want to eat, baby? Come here. Come show everybody. Can you tell he's my favorite? This is Loki. You're just my Loki boy. I know. Say hi to everybody. This is Loki. All right, come here. You're gonna have to stand right here because Thor wants to eat all your food. So stay right here. Go away, Go away, Thor. Come on. Let him eat. Go ahead, eat. Eat. You won't eat it? I'm sorry, guys. Hold on, please. I gotta take care of my pups. Hey, go away. You guys all ate. Let him eat. Go ahead, baby. Sorry. So cute. Okay. No, you guys all go away. They're both, the other dogs are right here annoying him. Go, come on. Go away. Loki, eat your food, baby. Eat your food. Come on. All right. So the two favorites that I have are the, I'm very distracted with my little guy. I know, right? Is that Rise mushroom coffee has lead in it, but they won't put it. Oh, don't tell me that. You're breaking my heart, Mystical. I'm going to ignore you right now. La, 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 la. I have to drink my coffee. I don't know what I'll drink if I don't have this. I'll have to find another one. Damn it. Now. Which one are you taking? Which one are you eating? Which one are you drinking? I'll just have to change. All right, almond and the califia. Both of these have no guar gums, which is what I really want. I'm sure there's alternatives. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is too. The dogs are like little wild beasts hovering around me with Loki's food bowl. All right, we're gonna put coconut milk in here and a little water. I don't know why I did that. I just did too much, but that's because I'm watching my babies. All right, so we're gonna do, half a cup, and then we're gonna do a cup of water. The reason we're doing that is because we're gonna make this a porridge, so it's gonna get a little bit more. Go ahead, baby, you can eat. It's gonna be, you want a little bit more. So we talked about a half a cup and 2 cups, so it's 1.5 times when you're making a porridge or like an oatmeal kind of thing. We just shouldn't have to put so much energy into finding safe food. Heather, I mean, that is number one. A % of lead. Okay, thank you. Thank you, hello world. You just made me feel better. All right, so then we're gonna do ground turmeric, Hey. You cannot imagine what's going on right now. I'm so sorry that I'm distracted. Please forgive me. All right, let me get the turmeric. We got turmeric and we have cinnamon we're gonna get. Now, if you have been listening to me for a while, Vietnamese cinnamon is my favorite. However, we're gonna use vanilla. However, if you have Ceylon cinnamon and you have any type of blood sugar issues, Ceylon cinnamon is better because it helps lower and control your blood sugar. You cannot eat the dog food. Go, shoo. I mean, this poor boy cannot eat his food. Yeah, we have well water and we test it every year. Ceylon cinnamon. And we test it every year and it's great. I'm using Vietnamese, so I'm adding this. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Mayor. This taught me to do homework, yeah. Okay, so we have cinnamon. And then the Ceylon cinnamon is good too for, my whole house is filtered. Yeah, we do the same. Okay, then we're gonna add, I'm gonna add a little nutmeg because I love it. I just love it. It's not in the recipe, but I love nutmeg. It's my new favorite. Cinnamon, and then we're gonna add a little bit of turmeric. Now, yes, do you need pepper to give you the, get the curcumin delivered to your body? You do. However, I'm not putting it in because I don't want pepper in my porridge, my morning porridge. No. That's Loki's, not yours. You already ate. Come on, get lost. And then we're gonna add ground flax. Smells like cola to me. I could see that. We're gonna add some ground flax seed, about a tablespoon. And here you can add either raw honey or maple syrup. But what I'd like to do, it's my new favorite, is the monk fruit. I love this. Now, it's saying about a tablespoon of raw honey. I'm gonna do a half a tablespoon of the monk fruit because it's that aloes, and I'm just adding that in. All right? And then you can do some blueberries later, but let's put this on. So now I'm stirring this in. I'm putting oh my God, it smells so good. Thank you for my tiny dinies. Thor forgot he had his breakfast. Oh yeah, he never forgets. All right, we're gonna put this on the fire, nice and slow. We're just gonna cook it really slow. They're just waiting to eat his leftovers, that's the problem. Oh, and we're gonna add a little vanilla. I'm just adding about a half a teaspoon. That's it, done. All right, so that's our porridge. Now, this is great. You're gonna also get, when you download this, you're gonna see that, oh my God, they're licking up the place. So quinoa is very magnesium rich, right? It's also protein. It smells so good. And so you're supporting that muscle relaxation, you're adding turmeric to boost the anti-inflammatory. It's perfect for that like fibromyalgia, stiffness kind of feeling. So it's gonna feel really good. Now, I also have in here, I can't make it because I have nowhere to give this soup to anybody, and I made so much soup last night, but I also included in this a beet and lentil detox soup. So I'm gonna tell you the ingredients just so if you wanna jot them down, you have it, but you've seen me make enough soup that it's made the same way. Hey Glenn Tiger, how's it going? So for this one, beets support the liver, the detox, and I think, for those of you who are just joining me now, we're talking about fibromyalgia. Can you do that the same way as the overnight oats? I don't think it works as well. You can try it. It might be 2 overnights to get it to soak, but yeah, I think you probably could. You might be able to. Dogs are swarming. Okay, so I'm thinking the gallbladder and liver detox is going to be the best sort of detox to start. And Lauren, you might think about that for a detox to kind of, take away that lupus sort of stiffness, all that pain and stuff. Do you have any videos for these recipes? My mother has fibro. December, this is the video. The replay shows up in YT. What would be the detox? Amanda, the gallbladder liver, when I was going through the cleanse book, what I learned in all of the research about fibromyalgia, it's sort of like a syndrome they don't have a test for. So they do more of ruling out. If it's not this, if it's not this, if it's not this, if it's not this, they do, rheumatoid arthritis, they take SED rates. You guys who have been through it know. And then when they get to the end, they go, oh, you have none of these, so now it's this. And, like somebody said on here today, they thought it was fibromyalgia for years, and it turned out to be lupus. So I think that when you have these autoimmune things, the most important thing that you can do for your body is get it as clean as possible, right? In terms of everything, environmental toxins to food. So when you do that, and yes, it can be very daunting, changing your entire lifestyle, but it's gonna give you back some peace, right? So for the beet, so I think, if you start with cleansing the liver and the gallbladder, it's sort of processing places, right? The kidneys are affected and benefit from that. And, your liver, which is that, the cleansing of all things. I mean, I guess really, if you think about it, the kidneys, the liver, what other organ is detoxification? I think those two are the biggest, correct? So to support them is the most important thing. Yes, I was gonna say the baker's daughter, that is very important. And I have some information about that. Yes, skin, obviously, right? So if you're putting creams and makeup and all kinds of crazy on your skin, move that all to organic too. We don't know what those coal tar dyes are doing. I have a friend who puts red lipstick on every single day. Red. Every day, because her mom and grandma did it. And, that plays, you know, that's the thinnest area of the thinnest skin in the body, right? And it's getting constantly barraged with nonsense. Perfumes, very toxic. All right, so what I'm saying is, you know, detox, 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 detox. It takes a lot. A bridge. Sorry, mama. Think about it. Change. There's quite a few wonderful organic makeups that might be better for you. So check the ingredients, because they don't have to list ingredients. I don't know if that's doing it, but remember, you got to look at every spot. How many people pass their dishwasher and the fumes from the dishwasher are unbelievable? We were using one that rhymes with, what could it rhyme with? Well, we were using Cascade Pods a million years ago. And one day I walked past, and I have the MTHFR genes, 2 of them, 2 mutations, so I have to be really careful. I can't use perfumes, makeup, I can't do any of that. And I walked by the dishwasher and I saw this heat, like a cloud of heat, toxic chemicals coming up out of the dishwasher. I smelled it. I freaked out. Threw all of it out. I was even afraid to throw it out, because I'm thinking, where is it going when it rains and melts? And that was it. I never used it again. My husband's ready to freak, because so we use, let's see, we have, right now we're trying another new one. These don't work very well at all. They have not been very good for us. This one has not been terrible. Drops, unscented. It's dye-free, chlorine-free, phosphate-free, phthalate-free, never tested on animals. And it's manufactured here in Illinois. Thank you, Olivia. Hi, thanks for the follow. So, 100% pure brand. Yeah, that's great. Fruit pigments. I love them. I have their mascara. Sodium carbonate, percarbonate, poly, blah, blah, sodium salt, sodium citrate. I want to make one with you guys with borax. I used to do that. I just haven't had time. Maybe I'll do that as a sub video. But Molly Suds, yup, is great. Yup, I've tried them. Baking soda, tiny drop of Dawn, yeah. And vinegar, it works. All right, Lori, I'm gonna try that too. I use Drops laundry soap. Yeah, so I just, you know, all of these things make a very big difference to our bodies, especially if you have autoimmune. I'm not saying live in a bubble, but you gotta clean up everything. All right, so with the detox beet soup, these contacts are driving me crazy today. All right, red lentils, beets, carrots, celery, onion, ginger, turmeric, parsley, and then I would finish it with like a Barlean's flax oil. Attitude products, I'll have to try them. Chomping up watermelon right now, feel like I'm in the kitchen with you. I love that, Demon Twink. I love that. So I'm trying to still put the mushroom coffee. It keeps deleting the comment. Oh, then don't worry. I totally hear you. So, you messaged me? Okay, good. Thank you. So you have the beet and lemon detox. You could do zucchini noodles, and I created this beet hemp pesto. So and you can do it with nutritional yeast. I think I could probably do that with you. Let me see if I can make that with you. I think I have basil. You guys want to try that? So if you do like zucchini noodles or butternut squash, okay, thank you, Mystical. I think it's because they think you're trying to sell it, maybe. I don't know. They have such weird rules. I don't know what to do about the weird rules all the time. They're kind of annoying. All right, here's this. Okay. So basil, hemp, we're gonna use nutritional yeast. I think I have basil. Maybe if I don't, maybe we'll do it with parsley. Hold on, let me just check. How about we make it with, how do I not have basil? I think because I use it so fast. Could that be it? I could have sworn I brought basil home. All right, so let's try it with some spinach and parsley. And then you can always add the basil in. Here's my flower pot. I'm gonna do it with spinach and parsley, and then you can always add basil if you want. We'll do it like that. Makes it nice and easy. But I want you to see this hemp seed one. And then we're gonna use nutritional yeast. Here's our nutritional yeast. So those of you who are here for like the first time, or you've not been here before, my name's Chef Liz. I have been cooking organic whole foods for the past 40 years. I've been chefing, and I work in a health food store I'm the executive chef there for the past 21 years. And a year ago, this month, I love that. Good morning, Don. And I've been, about a year ago, I said, I want to go on and start talking and teaching what I know about food and healing. And it has been an incredibly awesome experience. And I've got to meet some wonderful people. A lot of them you'll see here today. All my moderators have been with me for the past year. I cannot believe that. I didn't even know what a moderator was. And then when I had a few, I mean, they've become my friends for life. I know, Amanda, can you believe it? September 24th is going to be a year. And we're going to have a big anniversary party. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we're planning it. Our own rosemary basil too. I love that, Bridget. Yeah, I mean, I have mint in my garden right now. So thank you for the follow. And I feel like, thank you, whoa, no way. Thanks for the follow. Queen Bee, how are you? It did go very fast. Morning, sorry for bothering you all. I've been teaching here on this platform for a year, and it's been it feels like forever, but I feel like we've been, it really, I mean, I can't believe how wonderful it's been. We've been very lucky, swamped at work. I know that feeling. I've been very lucky. I've met wonderful people. I feel like I've gotten to help a lot of people. It's just been a really wonderful experience, and I'm not going anywhere. This is my, it's just my happy place. So I'm going to add to this some spinach. We're going to make like a quick sort of basil, but it's not really. It's going to be let's call it an herb sauce, because herb and spinach sauce, because I don't have any basil today. I probably used it all last night. I was making a salad, not online, but for something else. All right, and then I have in here some parsley. We'll use some parsley. I have cilantro too. Might as well. We got to clean our liver, right? And heavy metals. So let's add some cilantro. You just throw all that in. So on the recipe, it's like a half a cup. I'm just throwing all kinds of crap in here. And then we're going to use olive oil. Now, if you have like a black seed oil or a flax oil, you could blend that into. I wouldn't use all of that. I'm doing great. Do you keep herbs on the counter or wrapped in the fridge? This is how I put my herbs in the fridge. It's my favorite. And in here is a little bit of water. And I change the water, like I need to change it right now. I change the water and I just put them in. This parsley and these parsleys and cilantro have been in here, I want to say, almost 10 days now. And look, they're fluffy and feel good. The cilantro's a little tired. I mean, this is a Italian parsley. He's a little tired, but everything else is doing great. So that's how I keep it. So yeah, I love it. They're cold, crispy. They do great that way. All right, so I'm gonna just use olive oil for this today. For no other reason than I don't have black seed oil, and I have flax, but I am not a fan. Sofrito, I love that. All right, so let's do olive oil. Where's my olive oil? Where's my olive oil? Oh, here it is. My olive oil. I love this olive oil. It's the best. You started talking about Thanksgiving. Yeah. Did I start talking about Thanksgiving? All right, so we're adding olive oil. We're gonna add in some hemp seed, right? In the place of, what do you call it? Pine nuts. You could add seeds. So this is like an herb sauce. I wouldn't call this actually a pesto in the shop. Oh, I don't know, my brain, I'm following the chat way too much and totally have no idea what I've been saying for the last like 10 minutes. I feel like what did you guys call it? Squirreling? I feel like I'm just swirling all over the place. So forgive me, it's been a long couple of weeks. Okay, so now we're gonna add about a tablespoon of hemp. I'm eyeballing. Oh, we're done. My turkeys were ordered in June this year, June 1. Our menus come out next week. It comes fast. And then we're gonna add garlic and some lemon. This is actually really very refreshing and a delicious herb sauce that you can add to your, this is organic garlic, so I'm just gonna add a clove in there. Hey, calm down. And then we're gonna add some lemon juice. Like juice of a half a lemon. I'm using Volcano. If you guys know me, I use this a lot. It tastes just like it. Yes, Fancy. All right. And then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. That's gonna take the place of the cheese, right? So you see what we're doing? We're putting ingredients in here that are clean or, and are gonna support, detoxing from all the chemicals, right? Nutritional yeast, smells very cheesy. Fancy. Anne. Okay, now. There's like 4 people in my family with the same exact name, believe it or not. All right, now. I'm gonna add a tiny, let's see if this mixes. It might not, I have a lot of herbs in there, but let's see. I'm gonna add a little water to this. Our all named Mary. I know, it gets a little hard if you got the same bangs. All right, I'm gonna do, but I love that. But women aren't called like senior, junior. Don, isn't that true? It is kind of crazy that it costs a lot more money to be healthy. But if you think about it, when you talk to organic farmers, in order to get different certifications, it costs a lot more money. They don't get as much, they don't get a lot of subsidy from the federal government. You know, organic farmers are kind of treated terribly, and you know, so to get their product to market, it's just a lot harder. They make it more difficult to keep, and that is, you know, lobbyists in our government. So hopefully that stuff is changing. I mean, we could talk politics of food, but I think it gets too heated, and it would have to be like a private conversation for sure. Oh my God, that smells delish. So let me just taste that, make sure it came out beautiful. So this is really good. And I like it because there's different herbs. I think I like it more with basil, but yeah, it's very frustrating. But I will tell you, I always have hope. And you have to remember, I started in the organic food industry in 1982, I guess it was. Yeah, 1982. And it was when I started reading Gary No. I put garlic in here, Lori, 2 cloves. And you could even add more. What would you put this on? I'd make zucchini noodles. Stop it. You're fine. The world is not going to end. Hold on, guys. Oh, what's the matter? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I got to take care of my dog for a second. Okay. I would put this on zucchini noodles, all kinds of vegetables. I know they totally do. They're all right at my feet. You could warm the noodles. You could. Aw, thanks, Bridget. They're okay. Serena, hi. Vegetables like that, pasta. If you're gonna make pasta, I don't do a lot of pasta here because the wheat. But if you're gonna do like a gluten-free pasta, you could do anything that you would put pesto on. I would just make it as a dip, anything like that. It works always just like that. Very simple, very delicious, very, very easy. And you know, you have all the ingredients. It works really well. Hold on, I'm just getting a container to put this in. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Hold on, I'm gonna have to let him out. Hold on, guys. Come on, buddy. Go. All right. He's better. Sorry about that. All right. Let's put this in here. All right. I like regular pesto, but if you can't eat the cheese, this is a good way to do it. And remember, you can also get like those vegan cheeses, but the thing with those is they're made with a lot of stuff, you know? And you want to get sliced almonds in my Energy Bites. Yep, you can do that. A friend just gave me pasta that was actually made with lentils. I gotta admit, they weren't bad. Yeah, see, I love that. We use pasta imported from Italy, or we make our own. Exactly. If you're gonna do that, better. And you know, now you can even get a mill and mill your own wheat berries. If you get organic wheat berries, mill your grain. I would get imported grain or certified organic, you know, like an ancient wheat berry or something. I mean, I think that's how specific you almost have to get at this point. to eat wheat. I don't know why, but that's the way. Now, hold on, look at our beautiful porridge. Now remember, this food, this is the kitchen pharmacy, so you're eating to enjoy the food, but you also have to change your palate a little bit, especially if you are chickpea pasta, yeah, especially nothing fake, right, real stuff, exactly, fancy, because if you don't, that's the issue. So I want to show you this porridge, but here's the thing, here's the issue for me, and I know you guys know this, and there's no judgment, just reality when I say this. We didn't get to a place of autoimmune issues by eating clean and healthy, right? We got there by living that sort of standard American diet, high stress life, maybe grew up with trauma. There's a lot of the components, right, that lay on top. And those things play a role in what we want to eat. So we have to be gentle, tread lightly. You cannot, being all or nothing in this environment is also going to be very hard. So some of this food is not going to exactly be like you're going to eat it and be like, what am I going to do? And you wind up, crying or feeling even worse because you can't eat the foods that you love. Right, compassion for yourself, ourselves. That is a very different thing, Tiffy Joy, and I 100% agree with you. I'm talking. This class today is about. I understand what you're saying, and I have my own theory on what happened to your baby, and that it is very, very difficult to go through that. And please understand, and I haven't seen your name pop here at all, so please understand where I'm coming from. I am not judging. I am not. What I'm simply saying here is be gentle. Some of this food, when you make it, you're gonna feel like, oh my God, this is disgusting, I can't eat it, because we're so used to eating a certain way. And it's very different to eat this kind of food, so it's almost like we have to retrain our palate. Thank you, Tiffy. I am not. I don't judge, and I will never say to you, you did something wrong, because we don't. We do the best we can 99% of the time. I'm just saying, there is no way. You have to seek this out. You cannot, you don't, most of us didn't grow up eating this way. So we are trained to eat in a way that is not healthy. 24 diagnoses, 5 brain surgeries, and we are trying to improve our diet. Exactly, Bridget. So you came to the right place. This is what we do. And now it's all you crave. But it takes time. For babies, it's 15 times. And I say the same thing to friends or family or people that I'm trying to help. It takes a lot of time to retrain your palate to say, oh my God, this bowl of quinoa porridge stuffed with turmeric and monk fruit is gonna be delicious. It's hot, so I just wanna taste it. I like it. It's very savory, very good. Hey, Northern California. So a bowl of this, and this to me is a lot. When you're eating nutrient-dense food, to get all of this in, it's gonna be, I think, it's very difficult, so I would do half. But this is the way you're gonna eat, right? So these are very medicinal foods. Very medicinal. All right, so now, it is not, Angie, this is a quinoa turmeric porridge. Can I include, tell me what you mean, Tiffy, can you include what? I just want carbohydrates in your meals for those parents who have babies with is it type 1 diabetes? Tiffy, I want to be very specific with you, and I won't have that answer. I need a lot more information, because if you're going to do carbohydrates, I think they have to be sort of in the early part of the day, sort of midday, so that, and I think it has to be something like a beans and, you know, like a sweet potato, and you've got to do very small amounts. Yeah, mystical, that's it. Right there, therapy today to help heal my broken surgical foot. That's awesome, Bridget. Oh, so you know, oh, but see, that's good, because you have some technique to be able to learn how to use food and create nice meals for your son. I have to tell you, I'm helping somebody right now that has type 2 diabetes, that's older. Hi, mom of 7. Thank you for the fan. Thank you for joining the fan. Thank you for the follow, Terry. And I am, I'm finding that, you know, working the diabetic diet is extremely hard. Type 1 is very different. Absolutely. And they're very, very, it is a hard thing to manage. I see that. I'd have to do a little bit of research for you and know a little bit more about your son to understand and help, but yes, it's very different. Does he have like a little pump on him, or do you have to do injections for insulin? It's a mess. You haven't had seizures? I know. This is not sweet. I would want to dump maple sugar in here, but I'm not, I want you to see what it tastes like without that. The recipe calls for honey. I tried the monk fruit. I'd probably want to add a little more, but I like this. I could eat this because I know I'm going to feel better. Honey, yeah, it would have to be raw organic honey. So let's put this aside and let's try a couple of other recipes. That's interesting. It would be another place to go. I'm new here. Welcome, Terry. Terry's new here. We got to send her love. Him or her. Can't see your picture with an eye. Thank you, Chef. Oh, you're welcome, Fancy. Okay. I just want to make some notes. Type, because we add these to the list, because I know that younger and younger children are being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and you know, like it's an overnight switch almost, you know, you don't even see it coming. And I wonder, does that become environmental toxins? What is happening to our children that's even a thing, you know? I don't know. I think your channel would benefit a lot of those parents who are dealing with meals. Yeah, I'm just talking at the same time with you. Hey, Chef, thanks for the heart. I have type 2 diabetes. Life cycle caused lost 90 pounds. My A1C is much lower. Type 1 is very different and serious. Gigster, totally know that. I think both diabetes both types are very difficult. I think they're very personal, you know, a lot different than any other diet that I've written for. It's very, very, it's nerve-wracking for me, honestly. I'm confident, but it's nerve-wracking because, you know, you're playing with that blood sugar and it affects so many things. Now, I wonder, Tiffany, what makes me wonder, and I want to stay true to fibromyalgia today, but I wonder, Cordon Bleu to be a chef. We had fun making sauce last night. Oh, that's great. Both types are dangerous, for sure. I was going to say that, Nick, but I can't say that. But I would tend to, I fall in that bucket. Tiffy, I don't understand. What I want to understand is, like, little kids are very active. So if you have a complex carb, I would think they would burn that off quickly. No? It'd be something I would be interested in talking to you about. Mom, so these are the places where I love to be. This is the space I love. The kitchen pharmacy is probably my favorite place to be. And if you, this might be a time for a little small commercial break. Right, so how do you keep them fueled without spiking blood sugar? I want to know that. Right, of course, Bridget. But what she's talking about, she has a 2-year-old that has type 1. So how do you give them carbs that are going to, is it just beans? Like, I was doing some research right before I got on about this specific issue. Berberine plays a big role, not type 1, but type 2. Berberine plays a big role in lowering and managing blood sugar. I haven't had a chance to discuss that with a client, but high fiber foods. All right, let's go back. Yes and no. Starts going low. I try to give him a cup of juice to try and level up. Yeah, I think that's the stuff. So I don't. So hold that thought for 1 second, because you guys are coming at me, and a lot of this stuff is really important to me, and I don't want to miss it. But it's nature's Ozempic. Could be, chef. Beans for kiddos. Because in my mind, my recipe writing skills are going. Good morning, Char Strike. Okay, so hold those thoughts for 1 second. Yes, my daughter uses berberine for her PCOS to keep insulin levels low, hence her release of hormones. Nice. No, chef, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, berberine's very powerful. Okay. What I wanted to say, a little commercial for myself. If you follow that link in my bio, you can book a time with me, and I create meal plans or a recipe catalog that is specific to your needs. And we spend almost an hour chatting, taking notes, going over likes, dislikes, ways, what things affect your body, what you're allergic to, what you're not, what your blood type is. And I get very comprehensive, and it takes me about a week. And I come back with recipes specific to your needs. And then I say to you, take that to your doctor and, get the okay and go for it. And it's been very, very, very helpful to the people who have done that. So if you need that, I am here for you. And all their questions are amazing. Thanks, Gigster. So I just saying, I'm here for you. You can book that. There's all different times, day, morning. Thanks, Chef. So I really enjoy doing that. And honestly, I don't want to build mistrust in doctors, but our medical community right now, unfortunately, is not taught any part of this. And I think it's a disservice to us. Right now, they're taught to medicate and work towards symptoms rather than heal our bodies. And I think that's why we're in trouble, plus the food system. Yeah, Tiffy, if you want to and you want to book an appointment with me and we kind of dig deep, I can create recipes for you and really help. If you join the Book of Face, there's a lot of information on there, and I also have my schedule now posted so that you can find me to help. That's great, Lisa. Yeah, if you can find functional medicine doctors, they're better. I think naturopaths have the most sort of broad spectrum food and healing, nutrient supplements that are helpful. Yeah. I don't even think they're into outcomes at this point. I think they're, customers, exactly. Do I know how to heal leaky gut? Yes, we can heal leaky gut. And the first place I would tell you to go is get on a bone broth diet for like 4 days. Make your own bone broth from grass-finished beef and drink that for 4 or 5 days, and you will see a huge improvement, believe it or not. That's the problem, Mystical. My husband has unbelievable insurance, and we don't use it because we're always going outside the plan. Gary Null? What do you mean we have decided Gary Null? Like Gary Null, he writes books. I love Gary Null. Is the most holistic doctor I've ever known. That's awesome. See, if you have my oldest son has autism and was experiencing leaky gut, but because of dairy. Tiffy, in 2 weeks, on the 17th, this kitchen pharmacy class is going to be all about food on the spectrum. I'm not going down that road, Don, because it'll take us right off the edge. What date? The spectrum class next week is men's health, and then the 17th is food on the spectrum, 8 a.m., and the following week is brain fog. So the 17th is food on the spectrum. And we're going to just go over, I mean, again, that's a very specific, personal thing. So we're going to go over sort of generalizing, and then I'm going to encourage people to book appointments with me, because it's so that I can get specific to help your child, you heal, because this is very general, right? It's the only way to do it. Okay, so now let's talk about, I want to show you a couple of juices. We have 15 minutes. Let's do, I want to show you a beet and berry energy juice. Beets and some blueberries with carrots, and turmeric with some orange and coconut water. Doesn't that sound delicious? Too, though, no way I wanted to be stuck with that. Yeah, Mom, I mean, that's how a lot of this way is like taking hold. You kind of get, what do they say? You get tired of being sick and tired. But some people, they just can't get there because it's so hard. And I see, the more that I read about fibromyalgia, the more that I understand, what do you call it? Autoimmune issues, and they're so deeply connected with stress and trauma. You know, there's a lot behind that, and food itself is so packed with, you know, how we feel, what happened around food, you know, and you kind of got to clear those layers to get to the healing. Yes, Tiffy, that's what's being said. You know, that's what the research is showing. But what's tripping an autoimmune disease in children very young? Somebody said it in here, and I think there's something to be said about that, but it also carries a lot of weight of fear. And, you know, it's very hard. I'm drinking my mushroom coffee. All right, let's do a beet and berry energy juice. They told me it's genetics, and a lot of my family members, great-grandparents. I want to say something to you, but I am not going to say it here. Yes, diabetes does skip generations. Anthony, I'm drinking Rise with Trevani Collagen and Laird Superfood Creamer. Environmental, yeah. I was born with lupus. I can't just shake it, and I didn't manifest it. That is, I want to know everything about that. Like, I just want to dig so deep in that. Like, what would cause a baby to be born with lupus? Like, what happens? How, can I ask how old you are, please? There's a wonderful book. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Really quick, I just want to check. You guys come up with so much good conversation, and I can't find it, but it was written by Beth Lampert, Lam. You're 61, me too. Interesting. Addison's disease. I didn't know I had it until I was 52, and face blew up like shrine. Cool. I hold on. Let me just follow you, Tiffy. I'm following you. Okay, there. I mean, this community. Jump on the Book of Face too, you guys. Stacy finds out she had Addison's disease at 5. Finds out if she has it. What were they craving? I know with my son, I ate a lot of McDonald's, a lot of processed food. Yeah, Beth Lampert wrote a book. Can't remember the title. I'm gonna find it for you guys and get it to you. How does the Rise mushroom coffee taste? Honestly, it tastes like shit. It tastes like a mud puddle. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion. But it's no different than a black cup of coffee. Right? All right, so let's do this. So I'm gonna do a yellow beet. It tastes like shit. But I love it. It makes me feel good. Honestly, I feel so good drinking it. But I will tell you, I might take some time off because I think I want to go back to yerba mate. Have you guys tried yerba mate? I'm just looking to see if I have a red beet. I don't think I have any red beets today. So let me get my orange. All right, we're gonna get the orange. We're gonna get our beet. Let me scrub my beet. I'm gonna use my little yellow one from last night. So we're gonna use yellow. Red beet's probably better. It does. I bought that coffee for about 2 years. Yeah. She passed away at the age of 27. 30,000 away. We're cranking it. Okay. So I have this. I want to show you how I juice an orange. Now remember, I'm using organic fruit. So, and it's washed and cleaned. But when I juice this, especially if you're doing things for medicinal purposes, I want to show you something. Yes, it's wonderful to have the orange, but the real healing begins right here with this white pith. This is where all your bioflavonoids are. This is where all the good, usable nutrients are, right in the pith of that skin. Now, if you don't want to use this, understandable. You want to sit here and chop it off, that's fine. I'm going to juice all of this. I want all the skin in there. It really makes a difference. Now, it makes your juice bitter. It makes the juice bitter, but that's where the healing begins. All of that white is all the bioflavonoids and usable stuff. That's what all the odds making it through teenage years. The Rumi guy said, I had seizures back. That's crazy. That's, but how did you eat? Were you eating well? Or, but at 61, we grew up in an area, we were outside all the time. We got sunshine all the time. We're just a different set of kids. Now our kids don't get that. They're sitting in front of phone. It's completely different. Right? All right, so this is all ready to juice. We're juicing blueberries and carrots. So let's get carrots and some. I have my carrots, and we're gonna get. I'm only gonna put 1 carrot in here. I don't really want 2. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna use. I have frozen blueberries, which I love, and they add a nice little. Do I have blueberries? Yeah. They add a nice little, cold quality to our juice. All right, so we have carrots. What did I say? Carrots, blueberries, turmeric, an orange, and some coconut water we're gonna use. You're making this with me? Okay, perfect. Drank from the hose, ate dirt. I always tell my friends, I always tell people, when we were kids, we were outside and we had this like green hedge bush with like pricky leaves, and it had those little red kind of berries on them, but they were like, I don't know what they were, but I just remember all of us making like mud pies, and then we ate the berries and we were all throwing up, and we kind of all fell asleep from throwing up. And then when we woke up, we all agreed, don't ever tell our moms, because we would have got beaten up, like we would have got hit and beat. Instead of going to the doctor or calling the doctor, we would have just got our asses kicked. Do you remember that? I mean, it was just crazy. It was crazy. That's how you grew up in the 70s. No, parents were not. I mean, that's how it was in our house here in Florida. True, right? Thank you, Snickers. Yeah, we were like all agreed, don't tell anybody. I don't remember kids having food allergies. We didn't, no. Remember? My coconut water has mango in it. Would that make a difference? No, that's fine. You can use that. It's so fun. Remember those berries? We must have ate every berry off the tree. We were all throwing up, and then all I remember is waking up and being like, oh. And all of the neighborhood kids, there was like maybe 3 or 4 of us, and we were like, oh, if we tell our parents, we're gonna get in so much trouble. My father's gonna beat the shit out of me. So we were like, okay, we're not telling anybody. Now I tell that story, and so many people are like, oh yeah, I did that. It's so funny. All right, so let's make our juice. I have them in my yard. What are they called? I don't think they're boysenberries. I don't know. I really don't know what they are. I can't remember. I can just see them. Acorns, yeah. Acorns, yeah. I mean, we were out all day, so no, but you could get in so much. We got into stuff. Just did crazy stuff. I mean, when we were growing up, there was no Mothers Against Drunk Driving. There was none of that going on. We were just wild beasts out. Holly berry, maybe, Christy, you might be right. I think they might have been holly berries. No, because the holly berries had like that like pointy leaf. It wasn't a holly berry. It looked like, in New York, yeah. They were. I have to look it up. I gotta find those berries. I'm gonna find the berries. When we graduated college, we admitted all the bad stuff we used to do. Yes. Yeah, my mom still to this day is like, no, that never happened. I'm like, it happened. We were feral, absolutely. It was like a hedge bush. Yes. All right, so yeah, it was like a hedge, exactly. I don't know, we were crazy. My brother, now I'm allergic to bees. I'm allergic to bees. I am anaphylaxis, so I have to carry an EpiPen with me at all times. I've been stung 11 times. I fell out of the car with her driving. I lived. Yeah, exactly. We had no seatbelts. And my brother and his friends, they used to get the baby food jars, puncture holes, and they would catch bees. But in order to get the bees out of the trees, they would spin me around till I was dizzy, and they'd push me in the bushes. So the bees would fly out and they would catch them, and I'd get stung. It's just what we did. It's just what we did. So crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna put my oranges in first with my beet. I have to go get a piece of turmeric really fast. Yeah, I mean, the stuff that we did was crazy. Now, the world ends. Parents are called. Kids are... The only thing that I will say that I think is completely wrong, which I don't understand, the generation today. Like, we were bullied and everybody was like, suck it up, it doesn't matter, get over it. That's the only place where I think these kids are, it's worse today. And I don't understand. Okay, so I'm gonna juice here. I'm gonna take a piece of turmeric. We don't need a lot. I got stung by wasps too. Was it 2 years ago? Had an allergic reaction this week to either salmon or shrimp. Ooh. We used to lay up on the back deck of the rear window. We survived. Oh, don't get me started on driving. Forget it. Okay, so let me just, now I put in my orange, all that got done. Now I'm gonna add my blueberries. Although, if you really want to, and you don't want to throw out the fiber to the blueberries, we could do this. Watch. And we could, and I think I'm gonna do this, so you'd need like 2 different things. But if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. 2 weeks ago, oh, dizzy. Yeah, I went to the sunflower festival, and I was literally walking through those sunflowers that you saw those pictures on my thing. And I will tell you, I didn't get stung. I wasn't nervous because they had something to do, you know? All right, I'm gonna put my carrot in here, and then we're gonna put this juice with the blueberries and the coconut water. It smells so good. I need something for bloating. Oh, I got something for bloating. So obviously, Liz, by the way, you are handling these folks this morning is masterful. We support you. Don't forget that. Thank you so much, Don. Oh, we would forget about the tan on the, oh my God, so bad. We used to put baby oil. Baby oil. So for bloating, obviously that's gut release 67 GTO. I mean, it's so crazy. Yeah, baby oil. I mean, my face blistered. Father Life, thanks for the follow. Yeah, baby oil and iodine. Oh shit, I remember that. Okay, hold on, let's do this, watch. We're pouring this in. Look at that beautiful, I mean, this looks so pretty, you wanna drink it. And then I have a little bit left here. Let me just make sure it's still good. Oh, nope, this one's not good anymore. Let me go get another bucket. Hold on. I have more. I love this coconut water. Organic, harmless harvest. So crazy. We were crazy. I laughed my ass off thinking about how it was, you know, and I see these kids today and I'm like, you don't know. You got it easy. Hold on, I need one. Okay. There we go. So here's our coconut water. It's the only one I drink. Yeah, I love it too. I don't like the flavored ones, but they do have flavored ones if you don't like it. Oh, expired coconut can be deadly. Yes. All right. I'm going to talk to you about bloat in 1 minute. Hang tight. I just want to, let me make this juice because we've been talking about it forever. All right, here you go. All right, we're going to put this on. Oops. There we go. I kind of like getting the fiber of the blueberries in here. I think it's going to be great. So, but if you don't like that, you can totally juice it and make this completely just a juice. But I think the fiber with the blueberry is going to kind of, it's going to make it a little weird. So in the Phoenix, I think I've drank bad coconut. Oh yeah, I lived. Yeah, but it really can make you very sick. All right, so we're going to just taste this. So good. Yeah, I know, Gigster. We bubble wrapped. I think because we were so crazy, we bubble wrapped our kids. For sure. Okay, why is this so good? Let's talk about it for a second. Beets improve circulation and muscle regenerate. Beets oxygenate the muscles. The orange peel is in here, bioflavonoid, but because there's carrot in here, it sweetens the pot. So Robin, you could, but because I use frozen blueberries, I'm getting that slushy, icy feeling, texture. Look. And it's all icy. Of course, Mom. I know. I know. We started to think that way. It doesn't feel as easy to raise our children. Blueberries are potent antioxidant, right? Pain and brain fog. So you're getting all the anthocyanins for eyes, carrots, liver, and eye health. Turmeric, anti-inflammatory, of course. Oranges, vitamin C and immune. So this is really good. And the coconut water adds the electrolytes and hydration. So we love that. And this is a perfect thing to sip on when you're dealing with autoimmune. So if you got the porridge. Now, remember, you got to go slow, be calm. Remember, there's an emotional component to these that are, yes, but I don't have enough. Maybe I'll cut apple in. Yeah, you could do that. So in this, it's not a smoothie, it's actually a juice. I just blended frozen blueberries rather than juicing them. And it's, it was a beet, blueberries, carrots, I'm reading it because I don't remember, turmeric, orange, and water. My chariots of weight, I know, right? Okay, so, we're back to page 1 already. We went through the whole thing. And it's 10 o'clock. All right, now indulge me. Let me do my little commercial break. I'll answer any more questions. Bloat. If you're bloating, obviously there's a food that you are not digesting properly, or you have a some sort of food sensitivity, or you are not food combining properly. For instance, and what I mean by food combining, I think it was Ian, proteins, carbohydrates, fats do not digest with the same digestive enzymes, and they do not release in the body at the same time. So if you're eating something, let's say you're eating, I don't know, a standard American diet, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on a roll. When that lands in your gut, it cannot digest, so it just sits and kind of breaks down. I did it way back. We'll probably have to repeat it. And so your gut gets all kind of putrefied, I guess you'd call it. So you've got to add some digestive enzymes in there to help. Now, full disclosure, for the very first time, I got a free product sent to me. Where is it? Oh, here it is. From Enzymatica. Now, I talk about Enzymatica all the time because we have their digestive enzymes here. They are fabulous enzymes. Full disclosure, I think if you were to, this is the one and only product on my store or something on TikTok. I don't know what it is. But they sent me this probiotic for bloat. Now, funny, this is already on my shelf in my apothecary inside, and my daughter, that's a great drink, Gigster. My daughter takes this already when she's eating stuff that makes her, she calls it a food baby. She's like, oh, look, I have a food baby, because her stomach's all bloated. It works. Oh, hold it up. There you go. So full disclosure, this is a free product from Enzymatica. It was already in my pantry. I've already talked about it 100 times. And, we use these are great. So if you don't want to change your diet, you can use these supplements and they work. I'll check it out. Thank you so much. I'll check your page out. Yeah, there's one product, but if you go, you can dig up those enzymes. I take papaya enzymes after I eat. Yeah, Gigster, that's great too. These are even better. If you need digestive enzymes and you're eating things that don't really sit necessarily and you're not ready to give them up, I would invest in digestive enzymes from Enzymatica. They are fabulous. Yeah, sure. So this is the one they sent me. It's the only thing I think I have wherever it's supposed to end up on a page somewhere. And you can get it. And then this is Digest Gold. So if this one is maximum strength, if I had years of bad eating, but now I eat clean for a while, do you think I still need it? Bridge, it depends. I mean, you know if you need this or not, you know? Yes, you can just cleanse your gut for sure. Milk thistle is for your liver. You can cleanse. This is like in the moment, I guess. It's something where if you're having all kinds of stuff, spirulina, yeah, all of that works. You've created a good plan for yourself to heal. That's where we're getting to. Being around me, that's where I want to get you guys to. I want to teach you all the ins and outs of food combining and cooking the right way and eating organic food and getting the chemicals and the toxins out of your food. But while you're getting there, these are important. And keep in mind, I always say to anybody that asks, you're welcome, Bridge. Royal jelly, never use that, but I hear it's fabulous. I don't use sort of bee products, even honey. I think it's because I'm so allergic to bees that I have this natural sort of like, I have a lot of honey in my house, but I don't use it often. What I was saying about these, keep in mind, 90% of the time, I'm 100% organic in terms of what I eat. But there are moments where I want to go out to dinner to a nice restaurant and be with friends and not think about it and, eat whatever I feel like eating in the moment. And sometimes I'll come home or I'll take this with me and eat one so that I know my body's going to process that easier, because I know if I eat something that doesn't, like if I want cheese and meats and all those things, I want to be able to enjoy it. Bye, Terry. Nice to see you. Glad you found us. Have a wonderful day. And download the schedule. So that's why you want to, that's what these are for, in my opinion. All right? That's a commercial for Enzymatica. Slow digestion. You might really benefit from some of these then. The spectrum, they have a digest spectrum, and it's interesting, Mom. It's interesting, right? It says each serving, so it's one serving. And honestly, enzymes to me are freaking awesome. You can't go wrong with enzymes, in my opinion. That's what I loved about that Wobezyme. I talk about Wobezyme N a lot for joint pain, and it's a fabulous product. And I was talking to somebody on here. It's finally, they stopped bringing it into the country, and it's making me so angry. I want to rip somebody's I'm so mad. I know. So hold on. This is 8 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein, and 53 grams of carbs. You can't get it, Robin. It's impossible to get now. I have one jar left. It's this freaking big, and I take it like twice a week because I want it to last. Collagen for your knees, yeah. But I'm thinking, and I'm going to look up I have to do a little research on that product and see what enzymes are actually in there, and see if I can kind of create it some other way, or see if these work. But enzymes are very powerful. Dr. Gonzalez, who was, I don't want to say what he was, but if you read about him, but he was Suzanne Summers' doctor. He treated cancer with enzymes. Now he's no longer on the earth, walks the earth, but his research is unbelievable about enzymes. So to me, any type of enzyme product to me is, I'm all in. Dr. Gonzalez. Yes, she did. And she attributes all of it to him. All right, so if you're new here, my name's Chef Liz. I have been cooking organic, whole foods and promoting food and healing my entire career. I'm 61 and I've been a chef for 40 years. I've been cooking. I mean, I became a chef later, but I've been cooking for that long. I've read probably over 100 books on this topic of food and healing, and it's my jam, and I spend all my time on TikTok talking about it. I have been 21 years. It's my 21st year at Nature's Temptation. Hey Z, we're winding up. And we are, and that's what I do. I have a whole deli dedicated to this kind of food. And I cook everything from raw to pulled pork and everything in between. But everything is clean, organic, real ingredients, no chemicals, no preservatives. So the food is really good. And I am talking to you guys about it. If you wander onto my profile page and you poke a few links, you will wind up in my Stan store, and we have everything in there for you. You can join my community there for $5 a month, and you get all the download of every recipe that you learn here. All the replays for sub classes are on there. If you join Y2, the Organic Food Movement, and the Book of Face, the Organic Food Movement, free to join. They support the whole kind of place here. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on each one of those platforms. They're great. You can download all of my ebooks. There's a free premium pantry makeover on there. We're also right now doing a Vital Sips series that you can download the little workbook in, and you'll see them on my profile page. There's 36 of them over the course of 5 weeks, and the recipes are in the videos. It's free to kind of follow along, and then you can write them down. You know those little shots that you can buy? They're little Vital Sips. It's there. I think if you click my profile picture twice, it'll bring you to that link. I think that's how it works. And then we also have live cooking classes on Sunday nights from 7 to 9. This week it's going to be family dinners. Then next week we're doing tapas night, so it's all hors d'oeuvres. And then the week after that is the harvest table. So we have classes right through October. So, and if anybody can help Z figure it out, how to get there, it's really good. And then you can download the free premium pantry makeover. So you're just part of the pile. Anybody have any last minute questions that I missed or forgot? I'd love to help, and then I'm off. We are so close to 100,000. Let's get there. Thank you for all the love today. The follows, the shares. I got it at the health food store. Oh, good. I'm new here. Wait, I'm new here. Hi, Bernice. Welcome. Shishi, welcome. You're new here. You're going to love it here. Go poke all the different places. Join everything. I know I'm wrapping up. We just did a whole thing on fibromyalgia. Chatted a lot. Talked about so much. But you'll see the replay. It will be on YT. I'm drinking my mushroom coffee. Anything else you guys want to know? We had this was a good class. You guys were wonderful today. So we made our blueberry sunshine drink. We made a quinoa porridge today. There's more, actually. There's about 18 pages of information on here, and a lot of good information about supplements. Good morning, Kelly. A lot of good supplements. There's supplements in here, and it's all on fibromyalgia. And recipes. You have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a couple of snacks. We didn't get to a snack today. Vital 18, and I can't find it anywhere. Vital 18, like Vital Sip? What do you mean, Vital 18? Oh, is that the thing that you were drinking? Thanks, Jenny. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the fun. 18 amino acids. And you can't, what is the name of the brand? What's the brand? Oh, Vital 18. Do you remember the brand name? So Garden of Life got bought out and they were distributing I'm just back. Welcome again. Did we make it to 100? We did. Oh my God, we have over 100 people watching us again today. I love it. The algorithm, we busted through. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, my loves, I have to go. I have a lot of stuff to get done today for you guys. It was a bottle of liquid, bought it in 1991. Let me see if I can find it. Nobody wants to leave. I know. I have all my notes here, Vital 19. Hi, Cynthia. So, and have a wonderful day. Thank you, Angela. I'm so glad you guys were all here today. Thank you for joining me. If you have time, can you check regarding the basil seeds? Yes. I forgot to write that down. Thank you for reminding me. You can download my schedule on the Book of Face. It's also posted in my profile. This is my schedule for the month of September. We're going to have this out every month now. You too, Sunflower. And it tells you when the next classes are. So it's really helpful. This Thursday and Friday, I'll probably be sometime. Enzymes is what I want right now. Kathy, me too. Do you want digestive enzymes or you're just talking enzymes in general? I'm with you. So the ones that I was showing are from Enzymatica. They are freaking fabulous. This was sent to me by the company for free. So full disclosure, I think it's the one and only product on I think it's called a Showcase or something. But we already have this in our house and it works fabulous. And they have many, many different kinds of enzyme, compilations for all sorts of things. It's a fabulous company. I love them. I love them before I got a product. I don't, you can buy that product from me to, show love and support, and then you can find more of their product. I might just put all enzymatic therapy on my little showcase if I'm allowed to do that because they're really a great company. We have used them for years. We sell them in my store. I'm in a health food store. I'm the executive chef there. And we have a huge vitamin department with great brands. And they're one of our favorites when anybody comes in looking for digestive enzymes. Have a wonderful day, guys. I will see you all. I think the next scheduled live is Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We're doing game day food. So we're making chili and spinach artichoke dip and maybe one other thing. So yummy for when we're watching sports. Yippee! I know, right? It's going to be fun. Dawn, thanks for the follow. All right, my loves, have a great day. Enjoy your day. It's beautiful out. Another gorgeous day. Thank you. Love you so much, too. Thanks for all that. That's why I'm far. Mom, you would be in our store every day. I know it. Oh, yeah, don't forget to claim your rewards. Really, seriously, Mom, you would really love the stand. Go to that link. You will love it. There's so much good information and classes and, books, some free downloads. My next live, Loves You Forever and Ever, is 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, game day food. You will see some pop up either tomorrow or Friday in my shop cooking. But right now, there's quite the crazy going on in my shop, so I'm just lying low. Bye, Z. Thanks for my heart. But loves you forever and ever. You can download this schedule on the Book of Face. You can also download it. I don't know if you can download it on what do you call it? My profile, but it's there also. It's also in our community, on our community page at Stan. All right, I'll see you guys Saturday for sure. Have a great day. There's still 100 people in here. Bye, guys. Thanks. See you. No, not at all. Don, this is the only thing that we do is Monday nights is subscriber only. Everything else is open. Everything else is always open. All my classes. So let me just go over that really fast so you guys know. Every Sunday morning at 8 a.m., I'm live from my shop at the deli, health food store. A Monday night is the only subscriber-only class, but it's only closed for chatting. If you're not a subscriber, you can't chat, but you can watch the class. And then Tuesday night's Q&A. Wednesday here is kitchen pharmacy. And Thursdays and Fridays, I don't have anything, but I usually either pop up at home or at work, either place. It's usually Thursday. And then Saturday is our kitchen hacks and how-tos. All right? Thank you very much. I will see you guys all Saturday morning.